Hi, in this new video, I will talk about which book to read or how to start reading books. If you are not a good book reader, first of all, you have to understand one thing is that reading book is more interesting than movie because in movies all the scenes, characters, lighting, background music, everything is done for you. You just see it and go through it. But reading book is like you have to imagine the whole thing. You have to set up the screen. You have to set up the background music. You have to create everything just reading by the book or by pages after pages. It takes little time if you were already in that kind of personality that who can imagine and start creating scenes and after scenes, then it will be very easy for you. Also, it doesn't matter if you are not that efficient in creating imaginary scenarios, but it will come to you after reading few books. But you need some guideline to how to start reading. When I was kid, I started with Jules Verne book, and then like few spy thriller by kids, and then slowly I started more advanced spy thriller. Then I read classic books. Each book has its own characteristic. See the genre here is like for a new beginner, you have to find out which genre you like most. Like every person has one or more genre which he likes more. It's like if you like historical book, so you will find it interesting even with the novice writer who writes a historical book. Similarly, if someone likes horror books, he will like the renowned horror books, and also some not so renowned books he will like because he likes the genre. That's why first of all you have to find out which genre you like. So my suggestion is you can start with few genres and always go start with very famous book, because reading famous book has a lot of advantages because already many people read that book, many people commented on that book, many critics already said many good things about that book. That's why that book is famous. So start with famous books of few genres and try. You don't have to read the whole book. You can try 20 to 50 pages. Don't give up on like after 20 pages. Keep going. Some books are it starts very slowly. After reading 20, 30, 40 pages, you might start to get into the real scenario. Some books goes to the real scene slowly. That's why try to 20 to 40 pages, and if you don't like it, you do not continue. If you do not like a book, do not continue. It's like that's the very bad part. You always read the book which you like. That in that way you will always find it interesting. If you find reading book not interesting for some reason, for a particular book, that will be very difficult. In that scenario, it will be very difficult for you to continue reading. you know that's why always read the books which you like. Try a few genres, and then try to find out which genre you like most. That is very important. Once you found that you like horror books or romance or science fictions or thriller or travel, you have to find out. If once you find, well, you figure out which genre you like, then you go with the top books of that genre, most famous books of that genre, and then slowly you will start with some other less famous books of the genre, and then it will take time to for you to get into the book, create the scenes. Always read at the beginning, always read slowly, no rush. You don't get into a room, like quiet room, and no rush. Read as slow as possible. You don't have to, if you rush, then you cannot create the scene. You will not understand. It's like you will keep going, reading pages, but you will not understanding. So go with the pace you like. There's no rush, and then slowly try to create scenes. Try to stay in the with the book and stay with the writer. Try to understand what is happening. Then slowly you will like, and then slowly you will get addicted, and then maybe you it will come that you need a book once a day. It's like when I was in high school, I was very addicted to reading books. Like eighth grade, ninth grade, I needed like one book every day. Even if I have a few days gap between exams, I used to read books because I was addicted to reading books. So So try it out, give it a try. Try with a scientific method. Do not rush. Do not read books which you do not like, and do not try to find out your genre. Try to read the famous books, and slowly you will get used to it. And trust me, you will love reading books more than seeing movie. It's like is a lot more interesting, lot more interesting.